Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Tangent Show. We are here for episode 37, and this is for Thursday, October 24th, and we don't know who the shroud is, but you've got the cloak and dagger. I'm
definitely the dagger.
Exactly.
I'm the dagger.
The dagger. I don't know, man. Sounds a little like ownership over there. So I hope everybody's been good.
Cloak sounds like I just lay around and don't do anything, which only applies when I'm in the office.
When you're doing work in the office, I know. You're out there stabbing. We are sitting here trying to figure out who the shroud is and why it was so big he went to Mixer.
Yeah, I had not
it made
heard
us
of
laugh.
Shroud.
Because we've heard of Ninja. Welcome, Fixstar. We've heard of Fixstar, too. Fixstar, are you signing up on Mixer next? Are you going to be the secret star that goes over there? We've been wondering who Shroud is. He must be big on Twitch, because I've never heard of him. I heard of Ninja, obviously. He was on ESPN. And
right.
But, the Shroud is somebody that I had no knowledge of until this point. So, welcome, Baltimore. How are you, man? So, yeah, that was part of it. We were sitting there laughing.
Maybe John knows who it is.
John, do you know who the Shroud is? Or Shroud?
Or what the Shroud has done.
Or the Shroud? That was the big news today. He is semi-big. Okay.
Oh,
okay. Okay. So he's not ninja big, but
okay.
That's why they only give him kind of the half-ass intro. He plays with Dr. Disrespect. Well, I know Dr. Disrespect. Okay. That makes a little bit more.
You gotta name drop a couple times until
you get
down to the Shroud.
Drop it down. Oh, there we go. Now we know who he is. That's funny. Well, good for him, man. Congratulations to probably get some Microsoft money.
Yeah.
It's like a gold mine over there.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, people used to...
Dude, good on.
People used to travel across the country up into the mountains to be able to dig for gold. All they got to do is now go mine the net for some sponsor. It is crazy. So that was announced today. There was a couple other things. So we've got a lot. So, we've just been launching stuff left and right, but we're going to do a couple things today.
Yeah, it was really, really busy this week.
Yeah, we've got Alan Wake. You can see our selection of books and materials. I brought that in because, we've been fans of Alan Wake since, 2010 when it launched? Yeah. Sometime around there.
Uh-huh.
And then, obviously, that was on 360 because this is my original copy, and then some books and stuff that goes with it. So we're going to play a little bit of Alan Wake. And then we're going to play Watchers, which is probably where Shroud and Ninja are going to head to next to dominate and get their visual, their visibility up a little bit. It's a battle royale, but it's a top-down twin stick style shooter for battle royale.
Yeah, and then it's got some different kind of hooks to the game, so it's not just shooty.
It's not just shooty. There's actually some things you can do as even a spectator after you've died, which is kind of cool.
Right.
So we were playing around with it. I've been playing it since earlier in the week. I think we launched it Tuesday.
Yeah. Do we have some keys we're going to give
away?
We
do. We're going to start giving away keys left and right. And while we're doing that, before we get into news, or as we get into news, maybe as we get into news, I might start giving away some of those keys. I should have actually sent some over to you, but you actually sent them to me, so you probably got them somewhere. I'm sure they're here.
I'm going to let you hand them out just so we don't do any cross-key pollinating sharing thing.
Well, I mean, really, what can you do if you hand out extra ones? We've got plenty to give away.
Yep.
Which is nice. So
our guys over at Alawar gave us some extra ones.
Yeah.
Too, so
Alawar was nice, so we're going to be big dogs right now. Welcome, Donna. We're going to put some keys into these. These are all Steam keys. So you'll activate them over there, and we'll start throwing them into chat.
Yeah, so for anybody that knows that we do a Wednesday show as well, you might see Alawar pop up from time to time with various time
management, around a long time.
Hidden Object Match 3. In the last couple of years, they've kind of branched over and started to do some more course stuff with Distrust and Displaced and Do Not Feed the Monkeys. They've made Beholder, and now they've got this interesting top-down Watchers game that we're going to hand some keys out. We're going to play it a little bit later. So
we're going to be doing all of that. But those 3 keys I put in there, that's the Battle Pass for Watchers.
Cool.
So we've got probably 30 keys to give away of different things. So don't worry, you might get some that are extra stuff too.
Right.
LOR does good stuff. They've been doing casual for years, and now they're doing now they're doing premium games is what they call it. But I mean, they're branching out into a couple different things. They've done adventure, they've done action games, they've done the battle royale now. Their last one was kind of like a multiplayer mystery. I'm not the monster.
Yeah, which we will be launching on the service here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so a lot of these are...
Which is kind of I don't know, it's like reminds me of XCOM. It's like strategy.
It is.
Yeah, basically.
It's definitely. So let's jump into news, since we got...
It was an interesting morning on the game delay front. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, everybody this morning decided they're just delaying everything they've done.
Yeah.
So... we were laughing especially hard because one of our buddies is a really big fan of Last of Us 2. So
right.
I was sitting at home chuckling, thinking how long he's going to have before he blows his top about this.
Well, I guess this blew up on the internet last night, and it didn't even land on my radar. I guess I was kind of, between working so hard here. So I guess this was reported out of a couple outlets last night, and then... instead of trying to let the rumor mill on the internet run,
they tried to get
Druckmann got on the Naughty Dog blog today and was like, "Look, nobody wants us to rush this out. We're going to delay it, 10, 12 weeks." I didn't hear anybody really complaining about this, right? And then that had kind of this trickle down effect of then Ghost kind of got delayed, and then Ubisoft came in and quieted everything down and delayed Rainbow Six Quarantine and Watch Dogs and
Ghost of Tsushima delay. You had Watch Dogs Legion delay. Well, how long did they delay this one? Because I've been looking forward to that.
Yeah, so that got delayed until after Gods and Monsters, which was already the beginning of next year.
Yep. Rainbow Six Quarantine,
which is that
Gods
different
and Monsters.
So it was, and I mean each one of these games aren't just one big game and then some things you've never heard of. Each of these are pretty flagship games of next year.
Oh, they're big games. So that was just the beginning of it. There may be a few more that get delayed.
Yeah.
More than likely. I mean, as we get closer, I really think Final Fantasy will be delayed. Final Fantasy 7. It's who knows if that's, obviously that's just my opinion, but they've been delaying that and not giving out a lot of ad. And yes, some of it's done, but they're very much we want it to be perfect as well. So
I'm not sure if we talked about it on the show, but when all this was announced and it was Kojima's thing and Last of Us and Final Fantasy all in 4 to 5 months, you and I were both a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess I'm not surprised that one, if not two of them would slip.
Yeah. So I mean, it can happen. I mean, it's I agree. I'd rather have a better game than a quicker launch.
Right.
We'll talk about a game that did that a little bit later into the show. But let's see. Our next story. Does anybody know what this, and this have to do with each other? You've played all of these games.
I've played all of them.
You've played all of them.
I know what they all have in common.
Yeah. Well, they're all horror games. One.
Right.
In a way.
Spoiler alert.
But they're also all getting a game together.
Their creators are all going to come together and make something interesting. Yeah.
They're all coming together to try to do this. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it. This was kind of the idea of Kojima and, bringing together Silent Hill.
With Del Toro and Konami.
Yeah,
and that
it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So this is another big one where you've got a bunch of companies happening, or a bunch of people that are experienced in this, teams that are experienced in this, coming together to kind of do something. So hopefully it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I know people might be wondering that is not me in the middle.
Yeah,
so.
No, Brooks isn't loaded down with the Yakuza tattoos or whatever that is. But that was interesting news, seeing a really new horror game, big names hitting on.
And then my understanding of this is that Devolver's publishing the game.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
That's ridiculous.
So we all just kind of came together in a fun little mix on that one. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That'll be a big game, probably.
Yeah. Good on them for somehow stringing that together. That couldn't have been an easy feat.
Yeah, but maybe it was kind of these guys were actually wanting to work together, and they actually found a developer that was willing to commit to doing something for them. So,
right.
Who knows? Or a publisher, sorry. Anybody see this? This is the Analogue Pocket. So this is that one analog company that does like the Sega Mega SD or Mega SG, and then the Super NT and all that. So they've announced a portable.
Okay.
Plays more than just Game Boy games.
I imagine, what does it play? Every portable game?
System.
Okay.
Yeah. They're doing every portable system.
I had not seen this until just now. So. Yeah.
It's got a good look to it. It's got a nice look to it. It's all so it's basically all FPGA, so field programmable chipsets.
Okay.
So it can mimic everything 100%.
So then, can you actually put the physical carts of all the machines in? Yep. So how does that work with the contact points? Because like Game Boy contact points and okay.
Yeah.
That's
how they'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting, Donna. That I don't know. We'll see. I don't know with that horror game. I'm looking for good horror games, though. Always been a fan.
Yeah, I was bummed earlier this year when what's her name? The woman on the internet that did over at Tango. Gosh, I'm spacing on her name.
Oh, yeah, she left to go nowhere. She just left. She was working on, what was that? Something Tokyo.
Yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo, yeah.
Nakamura, I think her name is.
I forget her first name.
Yeah, so we'll see what goes on with that. I'm a super big fan of. I've talked about it on the show a couple of times. I love Evil Within 2. It's silently an excellent survival horror game,
and we have that on the service. So it's definitely something we played, we understand, and it's really, really solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Killer 7, it's a bizarre game, like just stylistically and thematically and kind of everything that goes on in the game. Even the way that it plays is a little bit different, so I'll look forward to seeing what those guys put together.
Well, hopefully they'll put it together on this too. And hopefully this will play some of the old games like Resident Evil. Well, it's supposed to play everything.
Right.
Because field programmable chipset can mimic the exact system.
That's kind of the purpose of it.
At any one time. So you can just change it on the fly. It could be a Game Boy at one point. You put in a Sega Master or a Sega, well, should be able to play Sega Master System because Game Gear could do that too, funny enough.
Okay.
But you put in a Game Gear game and it's going to be able to play a Sega Game Gear game. So, and it's going to act just like it would on the actual equipment.
Cool.
So hopefully these guys will, and they've done really well. If you look it up, Analogue's a Seattle company. We don't know them. This is no pitch for them, but they announced it this week. But yeah, check out Analogue stuff if you like anything to do with retro gaming consoles. Ikumi Nakamura.
Yes.
Is that
correct?
Yeah. Baltimore pulled it up. Another big launch, Outer Worlds. We're going to be playing that tonight.
Yep. Got it loaded.
Yep. It's if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can play it for free.
Right
tonight. Yep. So it's available, which is pretty awesome that they're doing that. And that's on PC and on Xbox One.
Correct.
As well. So
yeah.
You get to play it for free if you've got it. And it's looking really good. I've seen a lot of streamers this week had early access to it. It's basically like it looks like Fallout, the next Fallout.
Right.
Maybe not Fallout New Vegas exactly, but the character modeling and all that definitely looks like the Anthem work that was done. Mm-hmm. Right? You know, they did a great job on this.
Yeah, you know, this quietly snuck up on me personally. I had bought a couple of games or a few games recently, and you know, we've been busy here and had a couple projects outside of the office, and then I was kind of like, well, like if I don't have any engagements this weekend, I'll pick it up. So I ended up buying it this morning, and I got it all preloaded. So I'm super looking forward to this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I like this game. It looks really good. I've got it preloaded, so
something
get a
tells
chance to
yeah,
to
and
play it tonight.
the reason I was apprehensive originally is I was like, okay, so like we've got November 8th is about 2 weeks out, so I was like, oh, could I really do the game justice in 2 weeks? Because I didn't want to like get this and then be like, well, like play it and then only play like half of it,
Yeah.
or like try to rush through it or whatever. But it sounds like it's probably something you could play through in a couple of weeks, right?
Oh, I think it'll be maybe even a little quicker than that.
Yeah. So
I don't think it's the same length as some of the Fallout stuff.
that's kind of the impression that I'm under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But it
looks fun.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Then we've got Fallout coming with its great ideas of how to make things better. They
First. Number one.
number one.
76, number one in your heart. Number
First.
one on internet hate.
they're
today.
trying to make Fallout 76 something, and they've been really working hard at this
Right.
in terms of like coming up with new ways to ask you for money.
Right.
And they're just having a hell of a time getting people to like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. It's not the developer's responsibility if they want to make a game a certain way and they just feel that that's the best direction to take it, right?
Sure.
It's not their responsibility to make everybody happy. Obviously, Bethesda's kind of taken that to the next level about not making people
Sure.
happy.
Sure. Yeah.
And, good on them. I mean, if I like some of the things that they were doing with it, I don't know. So the pricing on this, so basically what you're doing is you're buying into a MMO subscription, really. You can essentially pay $12.99 a month for 1 month.
Right.
And then pay monthly. Or you can pay $99 for the entire
$100
year.
for one shot.
And you don't have to pay again that year. So you pay, obviously, if the game's still around, you'll be charged the next year if you want to keep it. But it's essentially giving you private servers.
Sure.
A private
Right.
server where you can build your world, you can invite your friends in, and you can play together and not have this fear of anybody shooting you, which I never had a fear of in Fallout 76 at all. Random people would run into me and they were just like, hey, see you later. I don't
Right.
want to lose anything. I'm going this way.
Yeah,
So-
that was one thing that we'd always heard about, that there was griefing, and I was like, what? I don't know. I don't think I ran into it once.
Yeah.
Actually not once. So,
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of a contrived thing. The other things that they're doing, they're giving you the scrap box, which is just basically like you have unlimited storage.
as far as I know, you can. I think there's a bug with it right now. But
There is. It's deleting things.
Yeah.
The weird idea about it is it's like a self-imposed like issue in the game. Like they're making you pay for something that they could just turn off and you'd be able to do it, right? It's like
Right.
It's this false sell that you want to have all this scrap that you're collecting because you collect everything in the world in Fallout. You just grab everything. And yes, the box has a limit, but basically the dev just wrote the limit in there, so now you're paying for them to lift the limit. There is no real limit that you have to worry about except for what they put in there. It's kind of a weird sell on it.
Yeah, I've had a few people in text chat ask about this, and I will still, to a certain level, argue that we had our core group of me, you, Sarah, and Scott. We were all
Yep.
playing. And we played, and when I say to the end game, like, as far as I know, we played all the content in the game. There wasn't stuff that we didn't
Yeah, I mean,
really
we didn't
play.
get platinums, but we were damn close.
But I mean,
Yeah.
we shot off all the nukes legitimately.
Yeah, we did all that,
We
yep.
were building the suits. We had the jetpacks, blah, 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 blah. For all the issues that we bumped into, there was still fun to be had in the game, right, as we
Yeah.
were running around. And when I tell people that, people just give me this look. They're like, you had fun? Right? So I think some of this is like the timing. Had they launched the game and had there not been some of the horrific bugs,
Yeah.
and they had launched this first thing, I don't think this would have gone over the same way of like, well, we're going to delay some DLC and then we're going to slap a price tag on an unlimited box. And, ESO does the same thing where they charge you $10 a month and you get the in-game currency and the emotes, and nobody really says anything about that. That's not
nobody's questioning it.
That's not some big issue. So it's kind of, I think, some unfortunate timing here on this.
I think it is a little bit, yeah. I think, Baltimore, he's saying in chat, like, essentially he's confused about why it's even like 28, where actually all the world instances are 28 people, where you're only paying for 7. Things like that they weren't clear on when they're selling it either, so there was a lot of confusion around it. It works, it doesn't work, kind of thing. I think part of the problem is Baltimore, they're going to charge you for an additional 8 people. Twice.
Right.
Essentially.
Right.
So I think that's what's going to happen is it's going to be like, oh, you want to have 16 players? Oh, well, that's going to be another $5, a month. These are a private server. The problem with that is it's like $30 a year. We had the ARC one.
Right.
Like we ran on there and no problems at all, and everybody was covered. And,
right.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And if there was anything that I would say that I walked away with knowing about Fallout, having played Fallout 76, was that conceptually, I do think whenever Fallout Next or 5 or whatever they want to call this, which will be after Starfield and after Elder Scrolls and blah, 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 that whole thing, I did like playing the game with other people. That you could only really ever play them by yourself.
That's true. That's true.
So having played this now, I can't say that I would be mad if in the future Fallout became a co-op game or a 4-player game, and if you want to make it single player, that's fine. But I did like playing with other people.
I did too. Yeah,
I thought that was fun.
No, the game was really good. Enjoyed it. Didn't have a problem with any of it. So I don't know. You don't have to pay this money.
Nope.
So if it's interesting, I had talked about it. I said, well, I might front the $100 for the year and then just make a server where the folks that are involved with Fat Owed Gamers can sit there and can play on it, and we could all like do some recording stuff or something like that on it. I don't know, we'll see. I'm not against them doing this. I wouldn't buy into it myself if it was just me.
Sure.
If it makes sense for friends to be involved, well, what is it for 8 friends to come together? It's like, $12 a year.
Right.
Or whatever it is. So,
right.
And then you've got your $100 and then you could buy it, right? If you really enjoyed it. I don't know if it really, we'll see how the Wastelander or the Wastelander patch is, where they add the NPCs into that, and if people are wanting to play it again and all that, maybe it'll become more of a big win to have this kind of thing available, this kind of offering. Who knows? I think we're down to like the last story. Did we go through everything?
I think that was it.
That was it? Holy cow, we were flying through everything. That was it. That was the end of that. So let's see. We're going to jump in and we're going to do some Alan Wake.
Yep.
So we've got, as I said, we've got some of the props there behind us, but Alan Wake comes to us from Remedy, and Remedy is one of your bigger developers or favorite developers that made Control, and they've done Quantum Break, and they've done Max Payne, and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to play a little bit of Alan Wake, which was my favorite one from them. Really enjoyed that. It sounds like a good idea, Baltimore, if you were to do it. Yeah, that's what I thought, if we were to do it that way. Hey, Dios, welcome. You getting ready to go to bed? Hey, before you leave, I think everybody else, I'm not sure how many keys we've tossed in here, but grab one of the Steam keys. I'll throw another few in there for us. And then you can get a free pack. It's the Battle Pass for the Watchers game that we're going to be playing later tonight. So I'm going to grab 2 more of these.
Cool.
And toss them in there. They are Steam keys, so you'll actually have to have a Steam account or activate it on Steam. But there we go. There's 2 together. It's actually 2 keys. I should have separated them out. Sorry, but just grab. It's only the first 6 or 3 sets of 5 digits.
2 dashes per key.
Yeah, 2 dashes per key. So grab those. At least grab one. That way you'll have a game to check out. The game's free, by the way. It's free to start.
Yep.
But they have these battle passes, and then they have the compact, and then they have the
A batter up.
Batter
it's
up
like
pack.
baseball related.
Yeah, and those are just additional things or items that you can get in game. I think they're about between $5 and $8.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
cosmetic packs are like $5, and I think the battle pass
That's
itself was
what it is.
$10. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and start up. Who's got I've got the thing. Get this out of here, and we'll start up Alan Wake. There we go. We're gonna play a little bit of Alan Wake first, and then we'll jump in and we'll.
Yeah.
Okay, good, Diaz. Have a good night. We're going to play a little bit of that. Which controller do you want to use? You want to play?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I would say grab your controller of choice. I think if you power it on, you should be able to run the game.
No go.
No go? Unless the Steam one's taken over. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the Steam one might be the one you have to use. We had to use the Steam one if we wanted to do controller on Watchers, so that's why it's set up that way. All right, I'm going to switch over. Brooks has got it running. We've got a little bit of advance, so where he's going to be playing from is further into the game. It's not super far into the game. I actually had one save that I thought was going to save, but when I had to record some footage, it reset it a little bit, so I played through a good bit. This is probably about a half hour, 45 minutes into the game. Essentially, Alan Wake's a writer.
Yep.
That he's having some writer's block, and him and his wife Alice, I believe is her name, went to this village, this kind of town, not a village, but kind of a town to get some rest and relaxation. But there's something afoot, and it's essentially some kind of evil shadow spirit that is messing with them.
Yeah, so Alan Wake is, as you said, a writer.
You might have to download the free trial first, Baltimore. So that's a good point.
For which?
Just one sec. Baltimore saying it says, please activate the original game. Go to Steam and just download the free version first, and then use the code. Because it's like a DLC in that way. No. We're going over the hill. Yeah, it should work if you download the free base game first, and then you put the code in. It's something weird with Steam. It's not weird. It's understandable why they built it that way, is because they want you to not be confused by a DLC pack and not being able to play versus a free-to-play startup, free-to-start kind of game. You're just trying to get out of the house, aren't you? There that starts. I think you just go out the door. That's the evil landlord. A guy that you were supposed to get the key off of. And he was taken over by the evil spirit. I don't know what it is. It's not an evil spirit. It's like a... It's his writing and nightmares are coming to life.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, one thing Remedy, I guess, kind of became known for is all their games, they kind of weave this narrative out where it's kind of like a radio show or a television show.
Yeah, they use that a lot.
So, and, Max Payne had elements of it. This game, and then Quantum Break, and then Control really hit the gas on that concept of, like, just like you showed on in our background, there's even like companion literature to the games.
Yep.
There's a full universe going on here. You're inside of the game and you're a writer of this book, and then there's the Undead Nightmare DLC and
Standalone though, isn't it?
Correct.
It's both. It's like a DLC standalone kind of game as well, or American Nightmare. It's American.
What did I
Nightmare.
say?
Undead Nightmare. You were
I'm
thinking
sorry, Red Dead.
You were thinking
I'm
Red
sorry.
Dead.
Yeah,
American
my
Nightmare is what
bad.
it is. We have both.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can find it if you look up Alan Wake. What's with the flashlight? So the flashlight is the power that he uses. Well, it's not the power. Flashlights affect the nightmares that he's having. So the enemies that you see, they're surrounded kind of like by this darkness, and you have to actually hit them with the flashlight, and it kind of burns it away. It'll make them weak while you're hitting them with it, but then if you hold the left trigger in, it'll actually like super spotlight them, and then that'll blow away that darkness, and then you can shoot them or hit them with weapons or something. Otherwise, they're invincible until they have that darkness.
It's something kind of like a. It's not dissimilar from like a bullet time mechanic. It's kind of
similar,
the thing
yeah,
that sort of
yeah.
replaces it in this game. So
it's a dark game, but it's I think like the settings naturally are a little bit less dark, so you can actually see what's going on. But you could probably adjust the settings. I'm sure that I played with a little bit lighter. But yeah, Alan Wake. It's again the story is he's trying to get away, trying to clear up his writer's block, and his wife goes missing at this cabin. There's these crazy creatures, and then he's got to travel. And it's, as Baltimore said, psychological thriller.
it's interesting having looked at this and now after just playing Control, and there's a lot of just visual similarities right off the bat.
Is there?
Yeah.
That's cool. I was wondering if you would see any, because Control is a different type of game, although brand new, made in 2019. This game was, I think, on PC, or at least on Steam, it deployed in 2012.
Yeah, because this was originally, it was an Xbox 360 exclusive game.
Yeah, that's what, in this, so while Brooks is playing, I'll show you something. In this set right here, this was the collector's edition for it. So it actually, because he's a writer, it looks like a book.
When I saw the river below,
and if you open it up, you even see Alan Wake signed it on the inside, which is, obviously part of the gimmick. And then you got the game.
Mm-hmm.
So the game came in a weird case. You got this special disc, bonus disc, which is basically all in this game right now on PC. You have all the collector stuff, which is the artwork, the backstories. I think the manuscripts and all that stuff are readily available. All there, and then you got the soundtrack in it. But then you got this like neat little Alan Wake Files book.
This is a cool little book.
Yeah, which is a hardbound book. And it actually goes through all the different clues, and it's written by a fictitious writer, Clay Stewart, on Alan Wake.
Isn't he a reporter?
He is the reporter in the game, yes. So they kind of tie the universe together.
Yeah.
They do a really good job of that. So all the characters are in here, all the interviews that happen, and it's just done really well. And I mean, that is one of the cooler things I've ever gotten in a collector's edition.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, in terms of like the effort and all that went into the game, in kind of building the world around it. So, and then the other book is just basically more artwork and kind of discussion and everything on it. So we've got our vacuum cleaning people. Not sure how loud that is on the end.
But it's interesting to see sort of the evolution of these games now, because I had recently, here about a year ago or so, I had played Quantum Break, and I showed up to the office raving about that. And that
was just a little bit
that
ago.
Instead of having the book pieces to it, there's a television show piece to it.
Yes, that one is actually pretty cool. And wasn't the television show on network TV or no?
It was going to be.
It was going to be. That's what it was.
Now, if you play the game, it just kind of stitches through.
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Remedy's always done a really good job with that. Oh, I think left bumper on the Steam controller is kind of the duck out of the way. Remember, there's that timing mechanic. You gotta hit it like right when they're swinging. There's a dodge mechanic that Brooks will show you here that when they swing, you can like duck out of the way. The thing about it is all light detracts these these nightmares. So if you walk into like anywhere where there's a bright light, they'll leave and kind of go on the way. You'll refill your health, and then you can venture out some more. And you make your way basically through the entire town, all the way up to some other, I'm not going to specify the places, but you'll make your way through the entire town of, what was it? Oh, Bright Falls. That's what it was.
Well, it's there's also some Twin Peaks.
There's a little bit,
game type of thing going on.
Yeah, for sure. They tie a lot of stuff into it. Can we go full screen? Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yeah, Brooks is now working his way through. I think essentially how Alan Wake got to this point is his wife goes missing at a cabin. He dives in the water after her, and he wakes up in the car in an accident. So this is the scene or the section just after the car.
Yep.
Alan Wake's trying to get help because he doesn't know what is real and what is a dream.
Correct.
Right now. It does look great. I mean, this game, I was kind of shocked when I played it, I guess maybe 4 or 5 years ago, how good it looked in comparison to the 360. And even today, I agree. I mean, that's, we're running at full steam, and it's like the highest settings and everything, but it still looks really good.
Yeah.
Like, better than Max Payne does these days.
Sure.
There's a big difference between Max Payne and this kind of game, right? But I think Control will probably look the best out of all of them in the end. Well, until their next game, but it'll age very well because I don't think you're going to see leaps and bounds like you did between Max Payne and Alan Wake, right? And Alan Wake and Control, there's still lots of leaps and bounds, but they look, it still looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think Control's big thing is I don't know very many people that were even able to play it this way, but it's got like some pretty wicked ray tracing support in the game. So I've heard it just looks.
Sure.
I played it on PlayStation, but I've heard it looks absolutely phenomenal on PC.
I could see that. I could definitely see.
We were even flipping through the book before the show today, and it's like they did a really good job with the characters. Like they show side by side pictures of the humans. Their attire,
the facial,
and then the characters' faces, and it's like it looks real.
It's mind blowing, how close they can get to what the actual character looks like.
Yeah,
and it's funny. We were looking at some stuff about the same team, Remedy, and all that, standing around Kojima for Death Stranding.
Sam Lake was over at Kojima's building. Yeah,
so kind of funny that.
And that game,
potentially, like Death Stranding might be using some of Remedy's tips and tricks.
And that game, the characters in game and their lifelike counterparts look.
Oh yeah, I mean Norman Reedus looks like Norman Reedus,
right?
And it still amazes me that Lindsay Wagner, they're making her look like when she was like in her 20s,
right?
Like 30s maybe. But yeah, I mean how much work they're going into doing that kind of stuff is really cool.
Some other way.
I guess you never put that in your mind, like, oh yeah, they can basically take somebody that's older now,
right,
and make them look like when they were 20 and 30 in a game,
right,
which is pretty cool. So you become ageless or timeless.
Yeah, I won't be surprised when there's some kind of narrative hook to her age. I don't know that, but it would not.
I would have
it
to
would not
think,
surprise me.
I would have to think that there's that somehow. It does have good graphics on it. This one, for the age of the game, now it's about, since it's been on PC, 7 years old. So, I mean, it's a good-looking 7-year-old game. It has its own rough spot. There was a point where they had to take the game down, funny enough, from being sold.
Yes.
Because they had lost the music rights, I think it was. Or they had to renegotiate the music rights.
Okay.
I think that's the main issue that they had. Being that it was that old of a game, you know, that it had been around that long. Oh, I got booted out of chat. Jump back in there. One sec. Where's the control room? There it is. There we go. Now we're back. If you guys like Conan O'Brien, yes, we saw the Conan O'Brien Death Stranding. Well, we didn't. I didn't watch it.
I know of it. We are on full internet blackout with the whole thing, so I'm only aware that
it happened.
That I mean, if I had to take a stab at it, I'm pretty sure he sat there and either played the game or talked about the trailers or whatever,
made jokes or whatever.
Right. But I'm on full. Even our buddy Steven dropped a link in chat, and it's just
we have to keep telling Steven to not.
You know, you've made it full blackout on the whole thing. You've only seen a couple of the trailers.
I've seen one trailer, and that was the PAX trailer.
Yeah, I've seen a few of the trailers, but at this point, it's like I'm not rushing out of my way to go.
And the PAX trailer made me go buy the PS4 console that's special edition for Death Stranding, the collector's edition Death Stranding.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm looking.
It's a shame it won't be on PC, but there's a reason, around that.
Sure.
Because I think it would look amazing on PC as well. So
yeah,
it's going to look amazing on PS4. I don't doubt that.
We can make it another 2 weeks without finding out the information.
Yeah, we're not going to ruin things. But looking forward to that. I mean, like I said, with the Outer Worlds launching, that's plenty to play. Luigi's Mansion launches next week.
Gosh.
That'll be for the Switch. The Switch Ring, or the Switch Fitness, that just launched.
Ring Adventure?
Ring Adventure. People are liking that. It is a really interesting game, Fixstar. It's definitely enjoyable. This one's really good. It's about a 12-hour game, maybe. Don't worry about that, Baltimore. It's not really my. I bought the console, but the company's buying it from me.
Right.
Our boss wanted. He wanted the PS4, and he thought, hey, that's a great for the office, and he's like, that's a great time. We'll buy it. So we have the special edition one that Brooks has been talking about for 3 years now.
Yeah, now the game just needs to be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward. See how good it looks. Yeah, there's too many damn games. There's also Pokemon coming out at the beginning of November.
Star Wars is around the
corner. Death Stranding's coming out at the beginning of November. Star Wars is coming out at the beginning of November. There are tons of indie games that are launching right now, left and right. Some really cool ones, too. Which, we're trying to get them in here. I'm definitely talking about them on my channel, but, the group channel that we all use, but there's definitely a lot that we're trying to get in.
Well, I didn't play it when it first came out, but Obra Dinn's around the corner.
Obra Dinn, yep.
We both just picked up Outer Wilds, which is kind of...
Yep. I haven't played it. You played it a little bit.
So that'll be something to talk about.
There are tons of games. The new Star Wars movie coming. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talking about it. I didn't know there was a new Star Wars movie. I knew there was a Star Wars game.
I was on Reddit the other day. I saw there was a trailer for it. I don't know. I haven't seen the last Star Wars movie I saw was like one of the ones that had pod racing in it.
Yeah,
like the little
the
Darth Vader
mid
before he was Darth Vader or whatever.
I watched one of them with Howie and my wife, and it was good. It was the newer ones are pretty good.
The gas station was.
I'm going to see Terminator next week.
Is that coming out next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to see Zombieland 2 yet. I wanted to.
We were talking about that at our desk as well.
I haven't had a chance.
Well, you and I don't see a lot of movies, right?
No. That's one that I wanted to see. I know you said you're a big big Terminator fan as well. So I could definitely see like going and checking out things that you really liked as a kid or whatever. Super fan kind of thing.
Yeah, James Cameron got himself back involved in the movie and they rated it R. So I'm kind of hoping that we are.
A little bit better.
Yeah, the last couple have been really, really bad. So bad that I don't even count them as they don't even exist as far as Terminator movies is concerned, or are concerned.
It's hardcore.
Well, it's like they slapped like the dude who was Doctor Who and thought they were gonna make a Terminator movie. That was It's not how it works. So.
Yeah, and I think that's what Brooks is thinking. He hopes the Terminator movie is really good.
And then before that,
you also had the Rambo, the latest Rambo game come out movie come out this year too.
Is that around the corner too?
Yeah, I think it already happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with that. Yeah, before the Tarantino movie came out, I couldn't even tell you the last movie I saw in the theater. It might have been one of those Fast and the Furious movies.
I think the last one I saw was with my son. It was Pet Sematary.
Okay.
September 20th was Rambo 5, or Rambo Last Blood.
Okay, so that was just here recently then.
We're definitely making sure that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone are getting work these days. Yeah, but Pet Sematary was the one that I saw the most recent. I wanted to see Zombieland 2. I just haven't had a chance. Who knows? There's just so much. You split your time. We were talking about games. Like I said, I play a lot of indie games for recording other stuff. Mm-hmm. I will plug one game that we don't have that I think is pretty interesting.
Plug away.
Is Demons Never Lie.
Okay.
It just came out. It's from a single developer. And she launched her game, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday.
How did you fall into this game?
It was a Kickstarter that I'd seen a year back?
Okay.
Something like that.
And what kind of game is it?
It's a point-and-click game, but it's done with voxel art.
Okay.
Which, if anybody knows, if you've ever wondered what do you call Minecraft when you don't call Minecraft?
Right.
What is the art style? It's called voxel art. Block art or whatever. Voxel is what it is. So that's what the game is, and it's this kind of world that's not voxel, and the characters are. So their characters look like Minecraft characters, but the world does not.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's done really well. So she launched that the 22nd. So if you're looking for something interesting to check out, that one's pretty cool.
Have you had a chance to play it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. It's it's reminiscent of Indiana Jones or in the Temple of Atlantis or whatever it was. Or
Temple of Doom.
No, it was, what was the side-scrolling 2D point and click? Something Atlantis.
Got it. Okay.
I forget the actual guy that the name of the designer of that. Tex something or other, wasn't it? Not Tex Avery. Tex. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess it would be anything like Double Fine has done, where it's like that 2D kind of world where you point and click things. They've done a lot of that, so it's in that same vein. It's, done very well. It's basically about death, and then like getting a chance to do things over, making a deal with a demon, and like being able to play the game, but you see like what you would have done wrong before you do it, so you can make the change, because the demon promises you, like, hey, you're gonna have a good life. Like when you go back, everything will work out the way you want.
Okay.
So you get to kind of see those things, and you still have to make decisions and stuff like that. But yeah, when I say that's a cool game, every day there are 30 games that come out on Steam.
Yeah, 'cause
something like that.
What did we figure? Like 15,000 a year? Or I mean, I'm not even sure.
Roughly.
This isn't even we figure. This is just the reality.
That's the reality.
Right?
Yeah, it was like roughly 15,000 or 20,000. I mean, they have 60+ thousand games.
Right.
The largest, as far as I knew, if you don't count PC as a whole, let's just say that, like, the largest game catalog that I knew for any one platform was Commodore 64. I think they had 20,000 games for the Commodore 64.
Okay.
So if you count Steam as its own PC like platform, they have 60+ thousand games over there. It's ridiculous. A lot of it, well, it's not. I'm not going to say a lot of it's crap. There are some games that get ported from mobile that are just horrible, right? Because it's so easy with Unity to port things over, and they just like, oh, we'll make a quick buck or get somebody to buy something. Those aren't the games I'm talking about that I care about.
Right.
It's more or less like indie games where it's all that work being done. There's, one developer day in, day out, like, essentially Stardew Valley kind of idea, where the developer worked nights at the Paramount downtown and then worked on his game in the daytime.
For like what? 7 years, something like that?
Something like that, 5 years. And then his game's now amazing and does really well. It's on every platform, and he works with Chucklefish and all sorts of stuff, So that's the kind of stuff that I like. That's what we try to show. I like these games, though. We like all games. You watch our Wednesday show, we go through a lot of like casual games. It's all fun. That revolver.
I think I gotta blast him to be able to get the door open.
That was the owner of the whole mill or whatever.
Okay.
Or sawmill. Now you can get... So that's it. The levels are kind of long. They are around about 40 minutes, if I remember correctly. And the game itself, I think, is 10 to 12 hours. If I remember.
Sure.
It's kind of mission-based, and it's like the last time on Alan Wake, in between the missions, right?
Right.
So it'll, like when you come in and you don't know where you left off, it'll say like a TV show would, the last time, here's what happened.
On
Previously,
last week or previously on the last episode.
Unlimited ammo? No, he actually has to pick up. I mean, they're generous with ammo.
Yeah.
It's like you don't usually have to worry about running out, but they do have a finite amount of ammo you can carry, and then you have to essentially go find something.
I think your shots start to matter a little more once you ratchet up the difficulty.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's not so much your ammo, but it's really
There's
like...
something down there.
But it's really like your health and how aggressive they are and how hard they hit you.
Yeah.
I've been taking some liberal hits here and I'm still doing okay.
Yeah, no, they give you a little bit of a break on all that. Might be only in full screen mode. Didn't notice it before. Ah. Whoa.
Yeah, I thought I had the dodge button on that, I guess.
Yeah, play it on hard mode. That'd be it's a challenge. It does not, because it becomes definitely a little bit more stingy with the ammo and the batteries, because you need batteries for your flashlight if you really want to focus in and like put the high beams on them.
Yeah.
And then get them to lose that even quicker. Otherwise, you're kind of like, if you don't focus in on them, they kind of like come at you, but they slow down. But when you hit the high beam on them, they really like they reel back, and that like breaks that shield down that they have essentially.
Well, and then it's got that,
was an ambush.
And then it's got something of a like it's like a quasi strategy element to it, where you've got your batteries only last so long, and
yeah, no, The Last of Us has not been easy. We watched you playing that, Baltimore.
Playing it on hard's the way to playing it on. I mentioned this when I was in chat. Playing it on hard is absolutely the way to play the game, though.
Yeah, for anybody in chat that does not know, Baltimore streams, and he's been streaming The Last of Us for the PS4. And we've been watching him. What is it, Baltimore? You've been streaming like Tuesdays, Thursdays. I think you did a Sunday in there. Something like that. You end up with well, that was the big thing. I mean, there wasn't a lot of ammo to have in Last of Us anyhow. Mm-hmm. And then as you go up with harder levels, it's kind of like Resident Evil. I mean, they definitely...
Oh, it's survival horror for sure.
Yeah. They definitely, like, torture you with the amount of ammo. You're not feeling too comfortable when you're walking around. Oh, there you go. Do you have a flare gun? At one point they gave you a flare gun you could shoot and it's like a bomb that goes off in the middle of everybody. Try to stream twice a week. Yep. And that's on Tuesdays usually, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You're going to be streaming tonight, Thursday. That's coming up. When are you going to do that? What time? Is it after this show ends? Ugh, we used to have the ability to raid people. I don't think they have that on YouTube.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place.
Or host people. I guess that was the other thing. That was always fun. Take a handful of people over somewhere.
Kind of show the audience or whatnot.
Yeah. I had a couple times where some bigger YouTubers dropped in. Into Twitch, funny enough, because they were trying to build up their Twitch channel following. Mm-hmm. And one guy, Boogie2988, when...
I recall who you're talking about.
Yeah, when I was doing Firewatch. Remember that Fire Tower game we laughed about?
Yeah, from Campo Santos.
When I was doing that, I played it one night all the way through. Because, again, it's a shorter game. Mm-hmm. And he stopped in, and he had like 1,500 people with him when he came in.
Jeez.
I was used to like, at the most 500, but I probably 50-ish would be the normal. Maybe a little bit, 25 on certain nights. Depending upon what you play, right? And, he rolled in with like 1,500 people that were, your chat lights up and it's just like flying, right? It's like going super fast on the right-hand side. Yeah, give us time to get home and then we can jump on. Yeah, 9:30 is when you're going to stream. Okay. That'll give us time.
I don't have any ammo right now. Couldn't find the box of ammo.
Ooh. It's like one of those things where they like throw the hit that left bumper and try to dodge it. Maybe it's not the left bumper on that one. Yeah, it is. There you go.
Oof.
Oh, gotcha.
World
what are you trying to do at this point? You're trying to.
Are
you trying to get into the building? There you go.
No.
I think he's trying to call somebody. Oh, there's the. We can't hear it on our end, but that's the guy that used to do the narrator. That used to do AM Coast to Coast.
Okay.
I can't remember his name, but his voice is in the game. The guy that used to do the Coast to Coast with. Oh, what was his name? He was like followed aliens and stuff like that.
Right.
Oh, God. Coast to Coast with. He's no longer alive, as far as I know. The original host, George Nooney. No. Yeah, no, that's different guy then. I think hosted by George Nooney and George Knapp. Coast to Coast AM. I used to listen to this when I'd drive the RV.
Well, when we were doing our E3 thing, we had flipped that on a couple of nights.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
or whatnot, listening to
Art
them.
Bell was the creator of it. And Art Bell's voices in this game.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I remember.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually not sure where I'm supposed to be going right now.
In Quebec, Fixstar, you're about an hour behind Baltimore. Yeah, you're right, Donna. He needs a little bit of the ammo. Whoa, he just ducked. Nice dodge. Alan Wake can only run so long, and then he slows down.
That's kind of like me.
Yeah.
Well, we could also flip some watchers on if you want to play some of that too.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% certain where I'm going right now.
Yep. We will, let's go ahead and do that. So it's 7:05. That'll give us maybe an hour-ish.
Yeah.
Close to an hour to play it. So, anytime, Fixstar. Let's do that. So I'm gonna flip us back.
Cool.
Thanks for playing a little bit of that.
Sure.
In that game, I think, what do we have? We'll put the link in chat if anybody's interested in it. But I think Alan Wake is $17.99.
Yeah, we have the collector's edition and then the DLC for the game as well.
I'll pull that up here right now. It's actually a really good play. It's one of the ones I really enjoy. Boop, there we go. We liked horror games too, so it's, like I said, psychological horror, but it's definitely pretty fun because it's Halloween time of the year, and you see a lot of people doing.
I think next Thursday we're playing horror.
Yeah,
like actual like what you would knives,
Silent
and sharp
Hill
things,
kind of thing,
and
yeah. Okay, let's jump in.
You want to give this a swing first?
Yeah, I can play a little bit of it first. Okay, so let us get this thing fired up. We're actually, you're mainly going to be using mouse and keyboard, which we laughed about. Like, it's kind of meant for controller as well, but mouse and keyboard's what they have it working for. But if you have a Steam controller, the Steam controller can configure itself to act like a mouse and keyboard. So you can choose through profiles and different things like that. So we're going to do that. So this is my character. I've been playing for a little bit. I got the battle pass. So in the battle pass, now you and I talked about this. You've got like the free stuff that you get for every time you log in. I believe it is, or each level that you go up. But then you also, if you've got the battle pass, you get levels as you go, or you get stuff per level as you go.
They make sure you see what you're missing if you don't pay for the pass each time you rank up.
Yes. How nice of those guys. No, they do a good job. So then you've got your daily quests. You've got your career. You can see how many things you've won. I've won one. You've got the store where you can buy more stuff at. So we've got battle pass and the battle pass, the batter up pack, and the perfectly calm pack. And I will put all the codes in. So here in a few minutes, we're going to drop the batter up pack keys. So pretty much everybody in chat will be able to walk away with all three of these tonight. Mm-hmm. So we've already given this one out. If anybody hasn't gotten that, speak up in chat and we'll drop another code in there. Then you've got locker. So this is where all your stuff is. So you've got kind of the different things that you can turn on. So my guy looks like that, but originally he looked like this.
Right.
So you can kind of go in and choose what your character looks like. Change them up a little bit. Let's see here. There's even Jason. So we'll make him look like Jason. They call him Jay. And then they've got the corgi, like, little character above your head. So that's like your icon. Which icon you want to have above your character. And there'll be a reason why you have an icon, so we'll keep with the corgi. And let's see. So you can even choose like which like starting weapons you have, like in terms of melee. You can have a newspaper.
Okay.
You can have this. You can have bats. So on. So, let's jump out of here. Go back to play. So let's play first match. So it's a battle royale style game. There's 25, I believe, players on the board at any one time.
Mm-hmm.
You get to choose like where you want to start.
One of 9 zones, it looks like.
1 of 9, yep. And then at that point, it's basically like a top-down shooter.
Right.
You just run around, you're looting things, you're picking stuff up. It's kind of like that Fortnite style. You can see where the tie-in is to it, but it's definitely its own style of game.
And then once you die, you've got various ways that you interact, so it's not just game over, you become one of the watchers.
It's called the Watcher for a reason.
So as we get into some playing, we will discuss a little more some of the things that you can do, but you can kind of point some people in some directions, you can kind of mess with some people. So
I'm going to be dropping some codes right now while we wait for it to load up. This is for the Batter Up Pack. So I'm putting them in chat. And we'll put plenty in there. So you can grab one of those. And then you'll have 2 of the packs. So
is there only one map to start?
There's only the one map that I know of.
Okay.
You might be able to unlock it. So now I can choose which area that I want to kind of start in. And you'll see as more people are choosing, they actually start to populate. Like 1, 2, 3 people will be in this area, 1 person will be in that area. I kind of like the Holiday Palace Motel kind of area. Or a Holiday Place. There we go. So let's grab some stuff. So right now I've only got my bat. It's essentially just swing, melee. You can get these extra shields right here. And you can use the shield to give yourself an extra hit, but you got to stop moving. You can't move while you're
and you can. So in the bottom right corner of your screen in your UI, you can carry 5 objects at once,
so everybody can see. It's a little hard not to.
So you can carry 5, whether it's health packs, weapons, melee weapons.
Yep.
That type of thing, but no more than 5.
That's right. And if you do have more than 5, it's going to start swapping things out.
Right.
Yep. Take this. So we've got 2 different weapons right now, guns. We've still got 2 spots open, but any item that you pick up will be outside of the gears that are used to upgrade your weapons. Any item will take up a slot.
Right.
Yep. So I'm just trying to grab some.
And then you can also get various things like grenades or Molotovs or explosive ammo as you're kind of running around the map.
Yeah, correct. So then you have these like little boxes you can open up. Now the area is going to start to shrink. We can't hear any kind of like indicators, and there's some cool music in it and things like that. It's definitely got a feel of like nostalgia in it from the 50s, and a little bit of Fallout in there as well.
Come. You got your little servitor bots.
Yeah. So here is a station where we can upgrade a weapon that we have. I don't have enough gears to do it, but we'll find some. And then hopefully we'll be able to upgrade. Coming to Stream Snipe? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, speed up. Sweet. Oh, there's that nice shotgun I was talking about. You can upgrade that sucker. That's the way to go.
Come.
Oh, see, anything that you grab I might make sure I have some grenades. I've seen Brooks use a tactic that worked really well.
Yeah, Geronimo.
Oh, now this is the...
Oh.
It's okay. I mean, I won't die, I don't think. I just gotta head towards this area. I don't really know what that thing does. If it actually, like, if I get shot, it's like a one-shot kill if I'm in there, or what.
Okay.
But it doesn't kill you if you're accidentally standing in it.
I only played it for the first time earlier today, so
I've never died in it. Let's just say that. Yeah. Oh, why can't I pick up that? It says like you should. Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna drop that hammer and pick that up. Oh, no, you're good.
No. Yeah, you just had to switch over, grab it, and then it didn't overwrite the slot. I'm still trying to hunt first. So there's tombstones. These two guys had a shootout. It looks like with each other. I still have not ran into one character yet, but that's probably going to change. I'm sure there's going to be somebody coming after us. Weird. Oh, there he is. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's a dude hiding behind there. Look at that little guy. Oh, boy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Learned that lesson. I don't know if I got him, but that's a good tactic, I'll say that. Ooh. So it's uh-oh, and there's somebody trying to shoot a laser at me right now.
So that's one of the watchers.
Yeah, that's somebody interacting with the game.
So if you end up dying, everyone will get to see a slightly different view where you kind of got more of a top-down.
Oh, they're starting. More.
Like you're in a helicopter or like a bird's eye view.
Yes.
So right now you're in this, but some people have a bird's eye view of the situation, and they can start, whether it's mess with you, they can start betting on your life.
Yeah, you can have like bets going on.
You can start dropping boxes and fake boxes, and then they've got something where you can kind of like drop hints as to where people may be, or you can kind of use those hints falsely as to, try to tell people where someone might be, but it's more of a...
There we go. Now we've got an upgrade. Okay. We're going to be, like, the zone is shrinking down to probably this is the last area right here, and then it'll become, like, 3 of us. Oh, he's on the other side. I can't get to him. Oh, we're going to not have any fun doing this. Oh, there's 2. We're going in. That didn't work out really well at all. Oh hell.
Boy.
Oh, yeah, we got caught up in the middle. That's the worst part. So now we're a watcher. So there's 3 left, and we can kind of choose who we think is going to win. I'm going to suggest this guy. I don't know, but we'll see. Oh, it actually looks like it might have been a... Oh, no, it was just counting down. Okay. So our guy... So the rest of the world... Right now we can't do it, but the rest of the world... If there's more than 3 players, you can sit here and use some of these little tools like slow down, or you can put a murder bet on. Somebody's going to receive a lot of energy if they kill the guy that you put the mark on. You can select your favorite. You can put down these signs that they'll see on the ground. We'll just put another one. Beep. Now the zone's shrinking even more, and it ends up being just 2 people, like, battling it out in, like, a little, circle. Did our guy win?
Yep.
Nice. OP. So, yeah, then you get your experience, shows how many people you killed, like, what your place was. And then we can jump out. So you don't have to watch that last part. It's always kind of interesting if you're playing around,
Sure.
if you like it. It reminds me of, remember when Smash, you'd bet on it? Like the matches? That's what it reminds me of, like the Super Smash Brothers match betting. I always enjoyed that. My son did too. We'd sit there and bet on them all the time. So let's see. We got a level 4 Gardener. I don't know. Is that the only award we got? Yeah, it looks like it. So I don't know. I guess if we fill this up, it goes up to level 2, and then we unlock some more stuff. You got your daily bonuses or quests. You got your big challenge. I believe we should just probably jump into another round.
Give it a go.
I'll do one more, and then you do one. And
Yeah, sure, I'll grab
we'll just pass it back and forth. Mugen. Mugen. I was going to catch up on chat here real quick while we're waiting. Yeah, I was losing a little bit of energy. It's a good game. I enjoyed it. I mean, I played it... What was it? Tuesday I worked from the house, and I was recording the game. So I played it for about an hour during lunch.
Yeah, because you've got the video up on the game info page for the game if they go
so
to
you
our
can, so
site.
people can get a chance to see what the game is about and how it plays. And then played it a little bit before we sat down in here, and then we were going back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a little bit different hook than Fortnite does. But they have to make it obviously a free to start game. So you kind of get into it. And I think this is maybe a little bit more accessible if you're good with the mouse and the keyboard than maybe a Fortnite might be, where it's more... It's definitely like you're building towers and stuff like that. You can see it's not that intense.
Right.
Right? You're actually able to kind of manage it even when it gets down to 3 or 4. I've won like one match, I think. But once you like, say if we die early, this is what the map would look like, and you'd see the little character icons in that floating around the screen showing where everybody's at. Oh, that guy's already got a gun. That fast. Holy cow. Give me those. Where'd he go? Okay, I'm going to open this up. We'll see if we can get something here. Oh, and it opens up on the other side of the pool, so I got to run all the way around. That water looks plastic. Maybe it's meant to be that way. Okay. I do not need that, but I'll take that. Get ourselves some ammo. I kind of like shotguns a lot, but the rifles are not bad. Shotguns just work really well if you're in a tight area, as always.
Well, then some of that stuff helps where you get like the tracking bullets and the magnetic bullets, and you got the spread, and it really just starts hunting you down.
Some of that stuff, the ricocheting bullets, some of it's really awesome. They do a good job with picking out the fun stuff. Somebody put like a little thing down. So this is a slow down area where you can dodge. You can kind of get out of the way. Like this guy's got a putting green in his own backyard. Let's see. Oh, here comes somebody. Oh, why am I facing the wrong way? I couldn't see where my...
Do you not have a health pack? You're not looking. You're not looking so good right now.
I do. I was just trying to make sure. Either fight that guy. I like the bloodstain so you can track people down.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll head up this way. Oh, there's an upgrade station. I doubt we have enough. Oh, no, we do.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. There goes those little iBots. They look like the Fallout bots that float around. I don't know what they do, but I thought those were the Watchers at one point.
Okay.
Which would have been funny. You know what I mean? Like, oh boy, oh boy.
He's going to drop a box. No.
Oh boy.
No.
No, he's not going to drop a box.
He's going to drop a laser.
Drop a laser on someone. Go away. And they just kind of chase you, and then you gotta battle it out too while you're being chased. So it's, I don't know, they add enough stuff in to make it fun. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, well, I am not gonna get caught by you. We'll see them later. Need some of that ammo. Some of that ammo. Okay, cool. Well, we made it to the diner. Grab everything we can. Uh-oh. And then here comes the thing, the storm, or whatever they want to call it. Oh, I didn't have any bullets in the thing.
Was there a clipping?
I don't know. We're just like aiming each other down. I see the guy over here. I'm trying to work over towards him. There we go.
There you go.
And then somebody just dropped a gas cloud. You can kind of see that there. So that will kill you. It'll poison you, obviously. Somebody dropped a little shield on me right now. Kind of nice of them. Ooh, we got the... Actually, I will take...
Got a lot of grenades, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that grenade tactic of just, like, let it rip.
So you got into the final 3?
I might be.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a shield going into this. But I'm going to try to grab ammo. 'Cause it's probably going to get a little... Oh, there they come. There they come. There's a shield. Ah, shit. Sorry. Hurry up with the shield. Hurry up with the shield. There we go. Now we're back in it. Oh, there he is. Through the house. Through the house. Now the zone's gonna shrink again.
Oh, he's won. He's won.
Oh, I can't. Ooh. Ooh. Run, 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 run. Oh my god. Okay. I can't see around this house. Oh, now this is closing in on us. Oh, it gets so tense at the end, right? It'll come down to like us just standing in a circle. Ah, I was still reloading. So that was that.
That's a good game.
Yeah, here you
That's a
go.
good game.
You can run the next one. Oh yeah, as a team, it'd be interesting. We were trying to see if there's a way to get in.
Yeah, that was one of the things we were just sort of asking ourselves was, I don't play Fortnite, but I can't imagine that
Yeah.
there isn't a way to play this with your friends. I have to think that's possible.
I would think so as well. I don't know. I just didn't see it. Yeah, Baltimore, I'm not sure if you can team up in this. It is like the Hammer of Dawn, yeah.
That's what
we were
said.
talking about it.
That's
were laughing.
what we said, yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's a good game. I like it. It's very fun. It's I was enjoying like getting into this game and kind of seeing how it played.
I don't play nearly as much PvP as I once did.
Yeah, no,
so
I
tend to play a little more single player or co-op these days, but
yeah.
Yeah, everybody in our chat thread was talking about that Call of Duty, I think, came out or comes out. And that's like a big...
It does come out, so it's this week?
I think it might even be... I thought it sounded like people were talking about playing tonight.
It might be.
So.
Some people might have got it early. I thought it was this week.
But that's like I think it's one of the first really big cross-platform games.
Yeah.
You can like play full like PlayStation versus Xbox versus
Yeah,
PC.
any of it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
So.
This really looks interesting. Well, definitely. Fixstar, did you get a key? Is it working for you so you can actually play the game? Or, well, you can play the game because, again, the game is free to play.
Right.
But you get, like, if you use those keys, you get the extra stuff. If you need one, if it didn't work or you didn't get a chance to redeem it, let us know. And Donna, if you got one, make sure to let us know if you didn't. Because here in probably about a match or two, I'm going to give out the last set of thing. And then the rest of the keys, what we'll end up doing, you'll see them given away on... Where is the key? Oh, the key, they were up at the beginning. Here, I'm going to put some into chat again. So they're the things that look like random digits. Let me see the last one I put in. I gotta keep track of where I'm at with these.
I need a gun, like pronto.
So this is what the key looks like, and you have to have a Steam account. You just put that into Steam, and Steam accounts are free, just like WildTangent accounts are free.
Here we go. What do you give me?
And then at the end, we'll put in the link of where people can buy these if they didn't get one, if we run out of keys. We had probably 30 keys to give away, I think. Something to that effect. The one thing I wish you could do is like heal on the run and put that shield up on the run because, boy, it can be a little rough. So, Fixstar, you have to download... You have a Steam account, good. Download the free game before trying to redeem the key. Just like Baltimore said. So it'll say, get the game here, download the key, or download the game. Once you've downloaded or at least like clicked on it, then you can go up and redeem the key. That's how basically their free-to-play games work or free-to-start games work. You have to get those before you can get anything else. Yeah, see, just standing out in the open, like with a little jabbing yourself and then waiting for it to end. Because if you start moving, it stops. That's the only thing I wish they would like. You got to have the on-the-run kind of work. Grab some ammo. Croquet station. Did you ever play? Well, you played a lot of Diablo.
Yeah, I've played a lot of Diablo.
Not that it was
say
PvP, right?
that.
No, it did have PvP, didn't it?
No.
No, it did not.
No.
It had the challenge arenas or whatever.
It had the
Chalice?
like the Torment Greater Rift system.
Greater
You
Rift, that's
kind
what it was.
of play forever. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting, Baltimore. Yeah, if you can join in. I wonder on your next game. Let's see if there's a way to even look at the friends list and see
Sure.
if you can invite. That's what we're gonna try to do, Baltimore. We're gonna try and see if we can invite you. I kind of think that they don't allow you to do that. It just Battle Royale would seem if you team. I mean, it just seems like if you team up with people because it's basically last man standing.
Yeah, it's not last team standing. That's
It's the standoff. Everybody's aiming at each other. Like, okay, we're moving out. And I gotta think like that. If you get shot in that gray area, that you die automatically. Going through the neighbor's house. Yeah, that's true. They could, the game just launched. I think it launched Tuesday when we launched it.
Yep.
So, yeah, they may be, there might be patches, added features, all of that stuff coming. Obviously, we know the guys, but we haven't heard them say anything like that. So, we haven't heard them tell us anything of that it's coming. So, we should have met up at Gamescom, but we all had busy schedules and it just didn't work out. It would have been interesting to see Ilya again and see how he's doing. And they're being a little aggressive with throwing things at you. Oh, you're in a bubble. That's the Brook special.
You said that with like a little negativity.
You can toss him over that wall if you see anybody. Oh, our machine went down. Fell asleep. Coming down to it. Second win. Oh no. Oh, you're out of bullets. That happened to me as well. That was a good game as well. All right, you do another one.
Sure.
I'm going to add the rest of those, the last remaining keys. Now this pack, where'd it go to? So we've given out the Battle Pass. We've given out the Batter Up pack. The last one is the Perfectly Calm pack. So here comes some keys. Grab them while they're hot. What was that one? I got one more here. There we go. So there you go. At least for everybody that I can, well, at least for whoever grabs them in chat, you can actually have all three of the different packs that we have. And more than likely, there's only 3 available right now. But more than likely, there'll be more. Because it seems like they've got a good thing to work off of here with the characters and the costumes and designs and all that stuff. So as long as the game does well. And if you look on Steam, they actually have some pretty good ratings on it right now.
Yeah, it looked really positive.
Yeah.
At the gate.
What do they have? They've got how many? I mean, game just being launched. Not a lot of, not a ton of reviews on it, but 103 reviews. That usually means, and it's mostly positive, is the rating. So that usually tends to see like 1% of people will rate a game. So you can figure they've got essentially 10,000,
Okay.
11,000 people that have downloaded the game, playing it right now. And again, for a game that just did not have a huge marketing budget around it, that's always a good sign to see, like, hey, everybody's happy with it. Oh, it does have something about teaming up as a problem. People were saying that. I don't think it's built into it. I don't see that as being a bad thing either.
So you can't play with friends.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you play with friends in Fortnite? I have no idea.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe it's something that they've added in, but when I played, you couldn't. Well, we could when we were doing the PvP.
The Save the World piece. Yeah.
PvP. PvE.
Just for clarity, correct. Yeah, we've played plenty of the PvE, but I've never even played the Battle Royale piece.
Yeah, I never have played that either.
Back when we played Save the World, there was no Battle Royale piece.
Correct.
Right.
That came later, yeah.
Okay, where are these sweaties at?
Yeah, I would think they could add it later. It's definitely something like Team Battle Royale, or I don't know if that's even a thing. But it would be fun. That you couldn't, there'd be no way to shoot your comrade or something like that, and you could work in clearing out areas. I don't know. Maybe there's not enough. There's only 25 players per instance.
Yeah, because some of the other BR games, they're like 100
50,
at least,
100,
right?
Yeah. The Fallout one, funny enough, Fallout 76, the Nuclear Winter or whatever it is, that one I've had a lot of fun with. I think that actually is really good.
Is that 32 to start, 24 to start? How does that work?
I think it's 50.
5-0.
I think so.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? It might be a little bit less than that. But that one was really fun. I enjoyed that. And it's a different tactic than playing Fortnite. Things play different.
It's not shoot the fastest or build lore.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
It's like, if you can hide in a bush, you're going to be one of the last people living. Right.
Oh, rocket launcher.
Oh, I hadn't seen one of those.
With the Real Brooks special over here.
Yeah, there you go. Don't even need to throw grenades now. We just shoot them.
In the galley days, where you guys at?
Let's see here. Nuclear Winter. Yeah, the Gallahorn days. New Battle Royale for Nuclear Winter. How many players? 52 players. So you can have a good sized party running around in there. But again, I don't think you can play with other. I think in that one you can.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, you and I could join in to the same lobby, I believe. And then we would be playing together.
Grenade launch.
But we could shoot each other. So there's not like a non-friendly fire kind of scenario. You're not tagged up.
Okay.
It's quite possible, though, that you could play together, though. And run in like a group. And like, take them out, and then the last person, fights between the three of you or two of us or whatever.
So we got a rocket and 9 grenades.
Holy cow. Light them up. Light them up. Yeah, that should do it, Don, on this. He's got enough firepower. Here, we'll put it back on full screen. Explosive bullets also are engaged with the with the grenade launcher or the rocket launcher. Oh, somebody thinks they're smart. Your foot. I wonder if you can go into buildings. I have to think so.
Oh boy. Oh boy, the splash on that one.
So here's what this is finally you get a chance to see. So you can make the murder bet. So he can put it on a character, and you can zoom in and out on him.
Yeah, this Tucker dude. Yeah,
He's dead.
So
somebody got some bonus because Brooks put a murder bet on that guy, and then you can. I think you might. He's dead. So
well,
no.
Sam is not long for this world.
Yeah, Sam's bleeding out. Look at all that gear you dropped over there. It's like
I didn't think
full armory.
I didn't think the rocket was gonna blow up off the building like that.
That was rough. Oh, hit the favorite. See if you can find one. Down the bottom left there, it says favorite. And I guess you just tag whoever you want. There you go. Now he's tagged. He's wearing a little crown. Get him. Ooh, hexed. Oh! Oh no, he's still alive. You guys still roam. He's got his little crown on. Five seconds, 4 seconds. Okay, now it's starting to... And then the music is really cool that, like, sounds, like, right here.
Man, Hex is looking just ripe. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a horse head. I hadn't seen that yet.
Give it a swing.
Alright, I'll give it a swing, and then you'll probably be able to do one more. So we got a little bit. So much for the rocket launcher, yeah. It sounded good, in theory. A little bit more splash damage than I think any of us thought there would be. I like the corgi. It's above our head. Lets everybody know we're supporting. We know that there's a corgi somewhere out there with no family with it right now.
Well, I've got my family. They have all left for Mexico, so my mom and dad's dog is with me, which is this little corgi mix thing. It's like half corgi, half, I don't know. Word on the street is terrier. We're not really sure about that word on the street, but
Chihuahua.
So I know it's not Chihuahua.
Chihuahua is in every dog.
Oh well.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I
don't know. We can speculate on it. I think that I don't even know how the dog is gonna get here because the dog's not riding in the car. Okay.
Dog can take the bus.
The dog could have rode in the old car. I don't think dog's going in the new one, so we're not sure. But
yeah,
we'll see if the dog makes an appearance next week.
All right, let's see here. We're gonna start. Where'd you start?
I started in the top left corner last time on a farm.
You can start to see where people are dropping into. So if you want quick kills, but there's the chance of it is like you'll drop in, they'll have a gun already, and then you'll be on the run. I kind of go for this like lower left corner. Grab some guns, some ammo, and some... Oh boy. He's already got a gun, see? Like, that fast. Okay. That fast, he already had a weapon. Whoa.
That's what I meant to do last time when I had the 9 grenades. So
Those grenades work
I'm
well.
just I'm just not very good at PvP anymore.
I can tell you this: I've never used grenades in any weapon or any game, but these ones, this works very well.
Yeah.
It does a good job. Let's see here. We're gonna grab some. I'm just grabbing all the ammo. Mouse and keyboard play okay with this. If you got a good mouse and keyboard, I think it actually is better than the Steam controller. Steam controller's a little weird.
It works for passing back and forth right now,
Yeah.
which was kind of our
That was
goal.
the intention of it. We're just lobbing grenades left and right. Oh, there's some more.
There we go.
I'm gonna take those two. People will know us by
Get 'em.
name. Oh.
Get him. Dead. Dead.
What they call that? Death from above.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. That is just, I think they're going to have to nerf those a little bit. Cause as long as they're stopped, like that dude he must not have seen them coming. He just kind of stood still. You can actually get out of the way of them pretty easy.
Oh, that dude's dead.
He was probably there like, we're going to team up, right? Alright, we got to go find some more grenades. I hate this. You're out in the middle of nowhere. Just standing around shooting yourself up. Ooh, those are grenades. Got one. I need 3. Oh, yes. Actually, I don't want those. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Where are they at? Maybe they were fighting somebody else up there.
Clipped. Go get those gas ones. Or no, I guess you still got a couple more.
Yeah. Oh my god, what a tactic. Just barrage them. The helicopter, oh, that thing that's flying around, it's kind of like an iBot that was in the Fallout world.
Go hit that yellow box next to you. What are we getting in there? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh. Those are weapon boxes, so it's actually...
Are those not frag grenades that just dropped out of the supply box?
Yeah, they are. Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. How many do I have?
Right now you got 5.
Where'd my thing go?
There's another 3.
Okay. No. Oh, splash damage. Yeah, we're not doing as well. Okay, good. That actually works a little bit better than the shield. I didn't think it would. Still bleeding though, it looks like. Oh, it's starting to close.
So I'm not certain of this, but you have that pill in the corner that's counting down, and I think that's going to eventually give you full health.
Oh, really?
So, well, your health is ticking up right now. So,
Oh, gotcha, okay.
and it looks like roughly by the time in 5 seconds, you'll kind of be full on the whole thing. Maybe not all the way.
Where'd he go? Must have went down to the bottom.
There you go.
God, this is such a pain. Okay, let's see. Trusty grenades. Ah. Oh, it was just down to... No, it was down to him and I. Well, we got a decent amount of kills out of that. We
Yeah,
were
that
like
that was not bad.
367, 3 kills. Oh, we actually had 3 kills. I thought we had 4. They must have sniped a kill. So now we made it to level 5. We've got... Who's that? Oh, it's up in the corner there. That little X you gotta click on. So we leveled up the battle pass.
Yeah, so we got this.
So we got like a ham and we got a dog.
Cool. We'll get one more in tonight.
Yep. Do one more run. Uh-oh. Stream still running? Yeah, okay. Phew. I thought the stream dropped off. My computer had fallen asleep. Might be getting a shot of espresso out there from the machine for the drive home. Man, a long day.
Yeah, I had my fill this morning. I had my normal bottle of coffee, then I had a cup of coffee, then I put down a bunch of those waters. So,
There's some caffeine in there.
yeah. Well, then I got to be up at like 7 to go drop my thing off in the morning, and then I'm going to work from home for a little bit, and then...
Yeah.
Depending on how long that takes, I'll either just work from home the rest of the day or drive in here.
Yeah, tomorrow's busy for everybody. I've got to drop a car off in the morning.
Everyone's
on the way
doing
in.
car stuff tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's just one of those things. For whatever reason, everybody's car. I guess it's kind of well, you did the tires and all that on your brand new car, so
Yeah, that was...
you got like winter
that was
tires
that was
and everything.
yesterday with the rains.
We've got like a little recall on our electric, but I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's just a clip or something they got to change out on our car. And then gonna have the tires rotated. But then my Jeep, I'm heading back to Ohio where I grew up because I got to pick up a snow machine because out here we need to clear out snow. So I didn't have that last year, and we were stuck at the house. We were basically kind of trapped in there for a while.
Like real, like feet of snow.
4 feet of snow, 4.5 feet of snow at one time. So, not going to do that this year. Driving school's not done for Howie yet. No, he's still got a couple Saturdays, so I keep driving him there. He does his driving, and then he won't be able to get his license for another month or a couple months. He's just getting it all out of the way.
And then, so do you have to be 16 now?
Yeah, you have to be 16
You have
to
to be
get
16.
it.
Okay.
You can get your permit before you're 16.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Still have to be 16. Just played your first match? Cool, Baltimore. Do you enjoy it? It is fun. Yeah, he said it's fun. We kind of were going back and forth like, will we have time to play this week? And I was like, yeah, we're going to play this. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about it before this. Ilya was asking about like what we were going to do, and we're like, yeah, we'll definitely get it in. I hope that they do put in full controller support, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving that kind of snow was tough. I'm glad that this year we'll be able to plow it out of the way.
Well, that was kind of one of the things, right? When you bought it, the guy was like, "No, you'll be
Yep.
fine. There's not that much snow."
Oh yeah, the old guy we bought the house off of was like, "Oh, it never snows." He never lived up there.
Yeah,
He was
wow.
there on the weekends in the summer. Our neighbor looked at me when we first moved in. She's like, "It's gonna snow,"
Right.
and it didn't snow that first year.
Right.
So I looked at her and I was like, "You don't know what you're talking
Somebody here is.
Somebody doesn't know what
Yeah.
they're talking about." But she was right. It did snow. And it snowed a lot.
Boy, that circle.
Doesn't it? It
moving
moves really
quick.
fast. Now, even in Fortnite and even in Fallout Nuclear Winter, you can hang in the outer ring.
Okay, so check this out. It does take your health away when you're outside.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It does.
That's how it works in like Fallout Nuclear Winter. It kind of takes
Okay.
it away a little bit. Yeah, that's a long drive. That'll take about 3 days. I'll leave on a Friday and probably get there on a Monday afternoon, essentially. And then it'll take like, nice. Oh, almost clipped him. The best way it works is when their back's against the wall and they can't go anywhere.
Oh.
Well, now we get a chance to see a little bit more. You're a watcher. So there doesn't look to be too many left already. It was down to like 4. Yeah, it says up in the upper right-hand corner, 4. What do those buttons do? Can you click on those?
Which ones?
The buttons on there, like that. Click to engage next zone. Oh.
Oh, okay. Here, we'll do this. We'll bring everybody over to this guy with the most health. We'll call him Ham.
Got it. So you can determine where everybody has to go. I would have to imagine it always snows a lot in Minnesota, doesn't it, Baltimore? I would have to imagine you guys get laid with snow, all, like completely laid out with snow every year. 2, 1. Okay, so everybody voted on that one, so it's all condensing down into him. At that point, there's nothing else you can add. Yeah, you can't mess with it. Oh, because it's down to the bottom, the last 3 anyhow. Well, now they're in the same zone. Those two guys are duking it out up on the top.
Do I take this Mr. Lane as level 99? Is that what that 99 means?
I think it is. Man. Holy cow, 99. Oh, it's shrinking now. Yeah, I've seen it to where there were 2 guys and they were like dancing around each other in like
Right.
a little tiny circle.
Mr. Lane is not in good shape right now.
Yeah, no, Mr. Lane, Mr. Lenoir, or could be Mrs. Lenoir. Well, whoever it is, they've had 6 kills. Done. Start giving advice. He's over here. Mr. Lane is. Oh. They're down to it. Mr. Lane is not looking good, folks.
Oh, he got
The
clipped
circle
by the
killed him.
circle.
He's like, I'm not being taken out. I'm killing myself. Yeah. Well, that's the game right there. So that's Watchers. Everybody in here should have gotten codes for it. Whoops, wrong screen. We appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much for checking it out. We may be giving away some more of the codes on
We might have a few more laying
Twitter.
around.
So you might see some more codes being thrown around out there. But hopefully everybody got all three while we were watching. And we appreciate everybody for being here. It was fun.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
think...
it's a cool little game.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty good in comparison to the other Battle Royale games that are out there today. It's a little bit more my interest in it. It's fun.
Right.
So next week we'll be back. I believe we're here on Halloween, isn't it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yep.
So I think we're going to do Silent Hill Homecoming. Mm-hmm. That'll be the main game, and then we'll see what other game that comes up or creeps up.
We got a few things in our bag.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's plenty of games that we could like showcase on here as well, but definitely Silent Hill will be the scare game of the evening.
Yep.
That's what it's meant for. So, yeah, well, thank you, Donna. We appreciate you being here. Thank you, Fixstar, for being here as well. Dios, I know that you went to bed, but thank you as always. You have a good weekend as well, Fixstar. Baltimore, appreciate it, man. We appreciate you guys hanging out here, and glad everybody got the codes. So hopefully we'll see everyone back here next Thursday.
Yep.
6 p.m. as always. And until then, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you then. Thanks, folks. See ya.
Easy.